Are we dumb enough to road trip a C3 Corvette that was used as a TV show prop on Hot Rod Power Tour West? Yes? Yes, we are. We're HHWheels, and we're traveling with Elvis and Evil.
Hey, thank you very much.
Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. We still have to make it to Los Angeles to meet Evil and Elvis first. Let me catch you up. We just wrapped up an incredible year at SEMA. We overhauled the Skullclops, brought it to Vegas, showed it to the original builders to get some of their thoughts on it, and then shipped it back to San Francisco with the intentions of taking it on a make it or break it test, better known as Hot Rod Power Tour. If you've never heard of Power Tour, it's basically an epic traveling car show. Now that you're all caught up, let's unwrap the Skullclops after 6 weeks of sitting in San Francisco. It's been 1 month since we've seen the Skullclops. Right after SEMA, we shipped it here to Vallejo. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. Everything's good. It's as good as we left it. I hope.
The last time it was tarped, it had quite a few critters living in it.
Yes, a spider colony, and had a big 2x4 holding the suspension up. Remember that?
Dun 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 dun. Oh yeah. Look at that.
I have foam around
Looking pretty good. Man, you wasn't messing around.
Left the window open. I see how this. You didn't want to play with the power windows?
Just in case.
Just in case what?
No, I mean just in case. But I left the window cracked just in case.
Just in case what?
I don't know.
Come on, baby.
I love that.
Don't give it any gas. So what do you think about it now?
It's amazing. Good job. I love it. It's come a long ways, that's for sure. Last time I saw this thing, it was on fire.
That's so true though. And you know what's funny is James is wearing the sweatshirt he took the string from.
That's right.
That's it.
Has no string. Hey, you got something
Did we give you that
on your
string
face.
back?
Definitely got to. Oh, he's got it.
Holy crap.
Now all he's got to do is fish it back in here, you know.
Right here.
No, it just needs to be like tied to the skull top somewhere.
There it is.
That has to go on the road trip with us.
I hope we never have to use it again. What's it gonna take to get that Michelin Man from me though?
I'm married.
She's just complain.
I'm married. Sorry. No.
Come on, you got another one?
No, because
Fuck.
if I told you the story, I had one. I had it.
Famous last words.
Yeah, but I want this California car wash. That thing is badass.
We could literally sit around all day and talk to Jim about his oddities and also try to buy some off of him. I mean, come on. His garage is pretty freaking rad. This guy makes us look like we're slacking on cool junk, but all the fun and games aside, I did still have to wire in the rugged radios, but we decided to take it for a test drive instead.
Well, let's see what happens. Hey, this car owes us.
Famous last words.
Now than I was before. That's for sure.
I think I got a miss. Moving from carburation to fuel injection has been quite the learning curve for us. So with all the trials and tribulations that we previously had in the last few episodes, I think we're starting to nail it. But then we start to develop a miss and have a few other issues. Maybe it's possible. Are we really out of gas?
We just ran out of gas.
Jim's gonna kill us. Oh no. Okay.
Come on, man. This
really...
can't be right.
So while you watch me struggle with this door, let me explain what's happening. We thought we were out of gas because we literally made it like a block down the road from where we previously broke down. So we just chalked it up to the fact that it was a bad omen. I also left James in charge of filling up the fuel tank the last couple of times, so that was just an easy blame to send on him.
Pop it. Okay, hold on.
You just let me out of the door. Did we really just do this again? Is it just like we bring it back here and it starts to break?
It's totally empty. How? How is it possible? Can you do me a favor?
What?
Will you call Jim?
I don't want to. I don't even have my phone. You have to call him.
Can you use my phone and call him?
Hey, Jim.
A deja vu. Right? I mean, wasn't I here putting gas in this thing?
How does this work?
I was wearing the same jacket. You can almost splice this in.
So Jim's phone rings, and the first thing he says is, "What happened?"
At this point, I'm just counting the amount of times we ran out of gas as an accomplishment rather than a downfall. These are your new Facebook profile picture. Well, now that it's running again, it's time to make a pit stop at the gas station.
Yeah, something's not right with the air mixture and the idle on it. The idle screw that we were messing with. Because when I was sitting at idle in traffic in Vegas, the thing was running, all the computer systems were perfect. Now I've got this huge red light coming on that mixture, where that mixture screw is, which I'm not sure what that is.
Today is going to be a very interesting day. Not really surprised that we have issues with the Skullclops already, but we're going to try to figure them out so we can get on the road to Power Tour. I'm just interested to see how this goes because we already ran out of gas yesterday.
Did we? It only took
I don't know. I'm still skeptical.
Gallons.
We'll see. Should be interesting. After spending some time doing some research and running through all the symptoms we had, we came to our first fix, which would be changing the O2 sensor. This is a vital sensor that really communicates with the Holley fuel injection to tell it how to properly run. Among a few other things, we also wanted to test the radios and change the oil. It may not seem like a lot, but we only have one day until we leave for Power Tour, so we really have to make this one count. The O2 sensor is what's going to obviously read your air-fuel mixture, and you're getting too much fuel, it's not reading correctly, it should balance itself out, because when you first fire it up, it stays at like the 11-12 range, which is pretty close to ideal, but it sits at like 35.9, like pretty much maxed out.
Which means it's giving it more fuel.
Giving it way more fuel. Something's not right. We shipped it, it sat outside for like a month-ish.
6 weeks, exactly.
Yeah, so there's a good chance it could have collected some moisture. I know it's not in the ideal position, but it's where we have to have it for this car, so I think we start there because it's going to be the simplest and the easiest thing to start with. And I'm hoping that solves our issue.
Okay, so yeah, we got some significant leaking around this O2 sensor. There's some moisture or fuel. I'm not sure exactly. It's not fuel, but it looks oily. When we did this, we did it really, really fast and quick. And, we were on time constraints, and I did not do anything different with it. And it does wiggle a little bit. This is my favorite tool.
You call yourself a tool?
Well, I am my own favorite tool for sure. But this is my favorite tool from Hercules.
Hey, you know what? You're kind of my favorite tool too.
Oh,
Dude! Holy guaca. Who did that?
that's pretty bad.
Bro.
I'm guessing. Look at my fingers. It's absolutely nasty. And the water, look, this is all like carbon water crap coming out of the exhaust.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Want to taste it?
No. Get it away from me.
You got a little something right there.
Stop.
There you go. What? Give me the knees. Gross. I'm sad to say I missed that, but what did you say about this?
I said, good news is we can just screw that right back into the hole.
Yeah, you didn't tack any of the threads, which is good.
Right, but we'll just tack it back in the same way because the bung is back in South Carolina.
Well, there's really no properly fixing this time around.
It's gonna have to work.
This feels all too familiar.
Well, we just tack it from the bottom again, and if we have to take it back out and clean it again, we'll just use our trusty grinder. And look at this sweet toolkit we got. We're missing one thing for sure. Oh, you know where that is?
In the shop.
Back in South Carolina. What's that, Finnegan?
Best day at work ever. We worked out here, but we have power to the radios. Still gotta figure out where we're gonna mount these, but whatever.
Just lay it in the floor, it'll be fine. I wonder how illegal this is in California to have headphones on like this.
Oh, it's probably super illegal.
Riding dirty.
Let's see if I can hook some music. Oh, my Bluetooth already hooked up to it.
Although we are not sponsored, I just want to tell you guys how great the rugged radios are. We use them in our road trip across the country in the race truck, and they saved our ears. And before anybody laughs at us about having a headset in a Corvette, these side pipes are extremely loud and put off such a weird decibel tone at cruising speed that it was kind of a necessity to have these on hand. Now, I'm totally going to sound like I'm contradicting myself here, but I was having a couple issues with installing these, and it is a really straightforward process, so I pulled out the power probe to make sure all of my connections were good.
These are solid. I've already tested them in their connector. That's solid. I've even tested the fuse. That's solid. Why you know worky, I don't know. So if you're new to electrical, or even somebody who's been doing electrical for a long time, I highly recommend you get a power probe. This has made my life so much easier. Like, I can't tell you how much time I've saved because I've had this thing. It also really helps you kind of figure out what issues you do and do not have. Like testing basic connections, it reads both power and ground, which is so awesome. Let me tell you, you can actually check your grounds instead of having to wire everything up and see if it even has a decent ground. This will literally just tell you if you have a good or a bad ground. It also reads voltage, which is really cool. And on top of all of that, you can actually send power to stuff, or you can send to ground. Like for instance, I'm on a hot side right now and it's reading 12.7, and it reads the little plus sign right there. Or if I'm on a ground, it reads if it's a good ground. Obviously it shows no voltage, but the little negative sign right there shows you have good ground.
Can you redo that? Because I wasn't filming.
Oh yeah, that fucking thing's toasty, man.
Just a heads up for anybody who's running a Holley Sniper kit, you actually can find this exact Bosch O2 sensor at any of your local parts stores. After a very weak attempt at trying to clean this O2 sensor, we just decided to pick a new one up from our local Napa Auto Parts store.
No matter whether we're in Vallejo, California or Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, Napa always has what we need.
Not only did we have a successful parts run, but we also came back with a little bit of Christmas spirit. We had such a fun, relaxed day of getting everything we needed done before we head out. Now we're going to go for one more test drive before we pack up and start heading to Los Angeles tonight.
Round 2.
This time around, we'll call it round 3.
FR is looking way better.
Way good.
I can speak for both of us when I say we were kind of just waiting for something to go wrong, so we literally didn't talk for the first 10 minutes of the drive. But the more we drove it, the better the computer and O2 sensor were able to communicate, in turn making the engine run so much better.
Happy with this motor. It's only getting better as it gets more warm. I say we just load it up and go. What do you say?
I mean, I don't think there's much else we can do. We can nitpick like the mist and stuff, but it's running pretty good right now. I almost want to see if we can work past the mist.
I think the mist goes away.
That's what I'm saying, is it might go away. And if it doesn't, then we know it's probably a bad spark plug.
This door handle is broken before we even start.
How did you manage that?
It just stopped working.
Were you trying to like
Nope.
yank on it?
Nope. It's completely broken.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, and that door doesn't work.
It's only a matter of time for this door.
Well, let the adventure begin.
I guess we're gonna find out. Ready to embark on our first leg of power tour?
Yes. Ready to get it rocking and rolling. Let's see if this thing will stay lit up, stay rocking and rolling. Hopefully it will. If not, we'll be on the side of the road somewhere on 101.
We're at our first gas stop, technically, and we just topped off the tank, and I'm actually feeling pretty good about it right now. I think the reservations I'm having are worrying about the O2 sensor, which I think will be fine as long as we keep the car running every single day and don't let it build up moisture like for 6 weeks like it did. James is a little nervous though. I'm interested. He's walking around the car right now. I don't know what he's doing. At least we all know he's gross and disgusting. Oh yeah, and his door's broken. That's awesome. I need your thoughts and opinions before we embark on our official road trip.
All right, thoughts and opinion. I have butterflies because...
Which never happens.
Yeah, because this car is completely unproven. So my whole thoughts on this is we're traveling at night.
Do you understand how many cars of ours we've road tripped that have been unproven? All of them.
Yeah, but we always started in the morning.
So?
We didn't start at night. This has no flashers. There's all kinds of different things that could go wrong.
I don't know why I'm so optimistic, but I am. Normally
I'm pretty
it's the other way
optimistic
around.
about how it's gonna. I think it's gonna be good because we did a really good job. We did a really good job on this car. Now, 15 minutes from now, we're on the side of the road, broke down. That's gonna suck. I'm not staying in a shithole.
Tell me how you really feel, dude. You just get whacked by the
Make
door.
sure we have a decent hotel.
So you want a Motel 6?
No, I don't want a hooker hotel, okay? I want a place that's nice, or it's decent, that has good pillows, okay?
Probably getting better fuel mileage than we thought, dude.
I know we are. What you got there?
Stick?
Yeah.
A 3/8 by 36-inch dowel that works fine for our fuel stick. It works.
What's that ray gun looking thing?
I hate this vapor lock shit. I think this is gonna help things.
California. Actually, I'm really happy to be in California right now. I think this is really fun. We couldn't be further away from our security blanket of South Carolina. It's not like we're calling Mike and saying, hey man, can you come and get us with the trailer? We could probably get a little bit more in there, so let's take 6 gallons. We just burned 6 gallons.
Going, what, almost 70 miles? Not so bad. The only thing I'm skeptical of, and I don't know why I'm thinking this now. I think I'm just still afraid of this whole, like, tank not picking up all the fuel thing. We haven't really put it to the test of that yet. We installed the pickup correctly, didn't we?
I didn't install it.
The tank only goes in one way.
Right. And you're an expert at that.
I hate you.
Jeez.
What time is it? Like midnight? Just about midnight?
11:38.
And we're about 45 minutes from our destination. That's pretty good, dude.
It's colder than the witch's tit out here.
It's pretty freaking cold. We're under this like moving blanket right now. It's cold.
I'm glad we have this.
We better get out of here.
All right.
Cause this is sketch balls. It's a tad chilly, but we made it.
Huh?
You ready to go warm up? Get some shut eye.
It's freaking cold.
It is cold. I thought California was supposed to be warmer than this.
Twin snipers, check. Continental tires, check. Road trip in a car that is not supposed to be road tripped, check.
Good morning.
Morning.
So we're headed to Walmart to get some necessities, and then we're gonna head to Rugged Radios. But you know what's super fun about that? We have to dig the radios back out because they're in the bottom compartment. They're literally underneath everything.
We have to take everything out of this thing. Well, there are worse
We're
things.
gonna get really good at backing this car.
Yeah, there are worse things. All right, here we go. We have power. This is good. Come on, baby. I know we rode you hard last night, but
We gotta ride you a lot harder for the next couple of days.
treat us good.
We are at the first stop of our journey today at Rugged Radios to hopefully get this thing either warranted or fixed. Not really sure what's wrong with it, and they were like, just bring it in, and we were only 4 hours away, so we decided to make the journey today.
Let me start by saying what an absolutely incredible office they have here. It is like full-on dream HHWheels offices for sure. But anyways, something really cool is when I called them on the phone, I basically explained I'd love to bring it in. They were happy to accommodate it. We showed up, they gave us a little bit of an idea what could be wrong, took it from us, and in the meantime, we got the privilege of having a tour of multiple facilities Rugged has by none other than their owner and founder, Greg Cottrell.
Wow.
These are beautiful.
So this is my beach buggy that I built, and this is built on a full Polaris chassis.
Yeah, this is epic.
So it all started with the Baja Razor up top. So I was the first person to rebody a Razor. So I took and built a Baja Bug. So this is an old race car that I restored, and that one's an old race car. My dad raced Class 11 in the late 70s. So my dad was one of the very first guys that was down with the first groups racing the Baja 1000.
Cool.
And so that's our heritage of being in racing. So we have old race cars, and of course I have all the stuff from our original motorcycle shop, some of our race team that we had, and cool things. So yes, I'll show you this car. This is my 55 T-Bird. So this is a one owner car. My grandfather bought it brand new in 1955. Well, late 54. It was the first one to come into the port of Los Angeles. And what's really cool about it, this has one of 500 engines ever built. This has got a factory Ford Race 360 Horse 352 that I made look like a factory install. Sodium filled valves. It was a NASCAR motor that they had to offer 500 to the public. My grandfather bought one of them and put it in this car. And he bought it because my dad beat him in a drag race with his car at the time, so he had to make his car faster. So I never knew him. I know him through this car. So when I restored this car, I did it everything how he wanted it.
This whole facility is completely built out for everything they could ever need. Plasma table, to powder coating, to sandblasting. What an absolutely epic setup. But something really cool is their family pride. The whole team is like one big family here at Rugged. We really wish we were able to hang out longer and really take in all the incredible builds and toys they have in their shop, but we had to get back on the road to LA. Thank you to Greg and the whole team for giving us a tour, helping us out, and getting us a better Rugged setup in the Skullclops. We are so proud to be running Rugged products because not only are they incredible products, but they come from such an incredible company. Now it's time to get back on the road. We were still around 3 to 4 hours out from LA, but thankfully we had quite a beautifully scenic drive for a majority of the trip down. Having the freedom of time to be able to do this with my dad is just so special to me. The memories that we're making along this journey are just truly ones that I will cherish forever. I'm not only saying this as a reminder to myself, but to you. Make the time to do something you've dreamt of doing with your dad, or daughter, or son, or even just someone who's special to you. I promise that it is worth every single moment, penny, second,
Whatever you have to sacrifice, I promise it is absolutely worth it.
Oh, check out his garage. This is cool.
This is what I want my house garage to look. Waking up on day one of Power Tour West was pretty rad. Thanks to his wonderful hospitality, we got to crash with our buddy Jeff Stiles, the legendary pinstriper, painter, and all-around badass hot rodder. While we were waiting for the other half of the Evil and Elvis duo, he gave us some ideas on how to reconstruct the nose of the Skullclops.
Is this really cool?
Drinking coffee.
I'm blown away. I like hanging out with world famous Jeff Stiles and the world famous Rhino Templeton.
The fact that he painted the car makes it even that much better.
Isn't it killer?
Yeah.
And the boogie van is right behind us, which I couldn't be. Yeah, I couldn't be happier just hanging with these guys and them telling us stories, which is.
I guess the upside is if our car takes a shit, we're still cool.
Hey, it is the Skullclops.
Yeah, there's a good chance it will take a shit today, but we'll see.
7 cylinders.
Yeah, who needs 8 when you got 7? The painter of the Skullclops and the Elvis in the Evil and Elvis duo, Rhino Templeton, has arrived.
I mean, look at the pennies.
Yeah, you didn't see this when you came in?
No, this is the first time I've seen this. The lucky pennies.
We need to get some polish on this thing.
Every single one of those Jeff has found.
Hey, your pennies are looking dull there, Jeff.
You can guarantee it.
I know, it kind of makes me feel bad for picking up ones that have, like, their tails up. Because I've been told that that's bad luck. On the route to LA last night, we figured we had a fouled spark plug. More specifically, cylinder number 2. We ran with it given our lack of ideal conditions last night, but since we had the time and access to a new plug, we made sure to get that swapped out today before we headed off to day 1.
That should give us a little more suspension. Raise this baby up so we won't be bottoming out as much.
The Hot Rod Power Tour West route map was a pretty quick 3-day event going from Irwindale Speedway to Las Vegas Motor Speedway and then ending at the In-N-Out Burger Pomona Drag Strip, which means today begins at Irwindale. Hopping in here to say thank you for loving and even hating the Skullclops as much as we do. It is truly a fun and special car to us now. Just wanted to let you know that we do have merch and other fun things over at HHWheelsPro.com if you want to help support all of our TV Corvette shenanigans.
Great first day Power Tour.
So far, so good. Man, this is really fun. I forgot how much I love Power Tour.
I made a lot of good friends today, it feels like.
I love seeing a lot of old friends too, like new but old friends, you know, like you met them once but you feel like you've been friends forever.
Yeah, just hanging out, you know, it was really fun. So, go get some grub.
Oh my god, you see the evil?
Oh shoot.
We'll be in the freeway somewhere.
That 56 is awesome.
Right?
Yeah, those guys rule too, they're so fun. Epic day.
Very good day. I always say that, it's always an epic first day and it just gets better.
And now we're at the NHRA Motorsports Hall of Fame? Museum.
Oh, hello.
With these guys.
I just don't know what to do with my hands. The car ran great.
We're going to get some grub right here, man. This is all part of the Power Tour. And we are having a great time, and this is... This has been the craziest day. 2 more to go. So check this helmet out. And it just happened to have the guy right here.
Hey, wait, I did that helmet.
Yeah.
Right there. This was really cool.
Kenny Bernstein staring over my shoulder, wanted me to do this helmet with all of that shit on there. Had to be done that night. Didn't leave me until I got it done, which was really cool. We'll have to look up the date, see when it was. I don't know.
And Kenny Bernstein gave it to Wally Parks for his birthday?
Yep.
If you've ever thought about joining in on a Hot Rod Power Tour event, I encourage you to do so. Despite the cool cars, gorgeous views, and all around a good time, it really is just an experience of a lifetime. One of the really cool things about the event is the fact that it just shows the utter diversity in the community of car people. Every kind of vehicle, person from every walk of life with every different career shows up to just have a good time. After saying all this to convince you of how amazing it is, we hit a snag along the way.
We got a problem.
We have a little bit of a, I really hope it's a leaky engine, but I think it's burning oil. We had some really interesting readings on our oil pressure gauge. It came to 0 when we got in here. It was decreasing at RPMs, it was increasing at lower RPMs. And I'm kind of worried we washed the cylinder.
Something.
Which is quite possible. I mean, the amount of fuel we have run through this damn engine, like mountains of fuel, like the multiple carbs we put on this thing, the issue we had with the fouled plug, I'd be willing to bet it's cylinder 2. We're putting in a quart of oil because we have no reading on the dipstick whatsoever, and I'm praying to the good gods that it was only low a quart and not low multiple quarts. A, because I don't have another quart. We'll find one. But also because I hope it's not that bad. I don't have any words right now. I'm just feeling a little nauseous.
It'll be fine.
I mean, I think as long as we don't blow it up, we do have the ability to rebuild this thing pretty easily. For anyone that's unfamiliar with the term wash cylinder, the cylinder walls in your engine have a thin protective coating of oil on them that helps protect your piston rings, keeps them lubricated, and keeps your oil and fuel from mixing. But if the ratio of fuel to oil changes with an increase of fuel, it can wash the film off the walls, leaving your rings susceptible to uneven wear, high oil consumption, or even a damaged engine. It can be extreme, but since we have absolutely no way of fixing this right now, we'll just have to keep an eye on the oil and cross our pinkies all goes well today and tomorrow.
What a buggy ride.
That's a good drive.
Huh? Not bad. High five. High five.
2 of the 3 stops knocked off the list. We gotta go get these babies punched, and then tomorrow we're gonna head to Pomona. You know, I kind of wish I could tell you we do all of these elaborate, crazy, planned out things at these events, but honestly, we just hang out, enjoy catching up with good friends, old friends, and even new friends, watch some cars run down the drag strip, and make the most of a gorgeous day. Not a bad way to end Power Tour Day 2.
Great job. I'm very proud of you.
Well, we're leaving Las Vegas.
It was a rough night last night.
Yeah, it was. Today we have some serious ground to cover. We make our way from Vegas to Pomona and back up to San Fran all in one day. Kinda wild, I know, but that's the adventure of it all. The car's running so great, so we see no reason why not push it and get back before some of that weather up north decides to roll in and rain on our parade, literally.
That was a buggy ride. High fives.
This shit needs to be retired, though. I'll tell you after 3 days.
After 3 days, this suit is done. And so is the hair.
You're a champion, though, man. You wore that the whole last stage. From this morning, you'd have the wig on, you left it on.
It looks like I slept with this thing on.
This is an accurate representation of how I'm feeling right now. No, actually, the trip here was pretty flawless. No issues. Still dealing with some oil consumption, but I think we'll be fine to make it back to San Francisco tonight. But in the meantime, we're here at Pomona, and we're gonna go walk around and see some cool cars. Honestly, today is just gonna be a fun, relaxed day. We are gonna be here probably for a very short period of time because we have got to boogie before we run into the potential rain that is brewing up in Northern California, where I am so happy that we decided to come to Power Tour West because the atmosphere out here is great. The scenery is amazing. We've gone to some places I've never been before, and quite frankly, we're having a great time.
Great time!
Are you having a great time?
Yes.
It's hot out here, isn't it?
Way to go. We did it.
You still have to make it, what, 6 hours?
6 hour drive home.
It's actually not that bad of a
Then we'll
drive.
get a plane ride. Go. Perfect time to take a picture when we're eating.
With Pomona being our final stop on Power Tour, our visit didn't last very long. We snagged some lunch, said some goodbyes to friends, said goodbye to Evil and Elvis, and took a second to appreciate how blessed we are to be a part of all of this. Now it's time to roll on out back to good old Vallejo.
It's pretty drafty in here.
You think you're gonna fix it with that tiny little piece of tape?
A 1/4 inch gap right here that's like blowing air conditioning right into my ear. Or in my face, my eyes, drying my eyes out. You have one over here too. I'm surprised you don't have an issue with it.
It's not, I don't know.
I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna tape myself into this car, and we're not gonna have any more breeze. This is going to work because it's pissing me off.
Can I try that again?
Yeah.
The amount of satisfaction I get from being a smartass to James when he is truly not in the mood is unmatched. But anyways, we managed to get those window gaps sealed up temporarily, and let me tell you, it really helped with the draft. And yeah, I passed out. Yeah, it was really pretty of me. I guess I just have to thank James's snoring for allowing me to get such a sound sleep in the Skullclops on the way back. I gotta tell you, all the footage on the way home is pretty uninteresting other than the fact that I slept like a baby angel the entire time. Until I woke up to a screeching halt of brakes where a state trooper was running across the freeway trying to slow everybody down in the middle of the night.
Literally 27 minutes away from our destination, from putting our heads on pillows and getting in a warm bed.
unfortunately, it seems like somebody ran up a ramp backwards, ran into the median, spun out, ran into it again, and somehow ended up leaving shrapnel everywhere. Thankfully, this did not set us back too much on time, but it being almost midnight, we were just ready to lay our heads down and get a nice warm shower. But of course, it wouldn't be in typical HHWheels fashion if we didn't run out of gas, break down, or get stuck in a nasty rainstorm. Thankfully, at this point, we were in the last 10 minutes of this drive. But our biggest worry was since it was raining so heavily that scoop would fill up with water and flood the snipers, which we were praying was not going to be our issue.
So close. So close. Final climb.
Come on, baby. Make it.
Oh my god. That was nerve-wracking to say the least.
We did it.
It is officially 12/18 on December 18th, 2023, and we have successfully completed not one, but 2 hot rod power tours.
Skullclops actually did very, very well.
I know, I love how it was like to the last second where it was just like sketch, full sketch.
State trooper.
State trooper circling around, somebody basically doing a single car crash but somehow like spun out of control and drove the wrong way on the interstate. Like, how crazy. And then we finally hit rain, and now I'm currently like soaking wet. I mean, there's a little swimming pool down here somewhere. We just did all of this in less than 1 calendar year.
Yeah, I'm just blown away.
Are you ready to sleep as much as I am?
Yeah, our abilities never cease to amaze me.
No, we just push it to the limit, to the point where we either want to kill each other or something wants to break. What an absolutely epic way to sum up the Skullclops. I mean, we started all of this in April and we ended up on Hot Rod Power Tour West 2023. What an epic time. Don't ever give up on your dreams, because if you have a dream and a wrench, you just have to get out there and get wrenched on your project, because it can lead to stuff like this. Hey, you could even be hanging out with Elvis and Evil.
Hot Rod Power Tour. Fluids everywhere, but we made it.
Well, what can I say other than, wow. What an insane year. We accomplished so much with the Skullclops from April until now, the end of 2023. We found it, we rescued it, we resurrected it, we drove it all of 2 miles, had some pretty decent fails, shipped it home to South Carolina to get a whole new heart, sent it back to Las Vegas to show it at SEMA, and then finished out the year with a 1,500 plus mile road trip. I remember when James was trying to sell me on the idea of this goofy looking Corvette on Facebook Marketplace, and now, here we are. As we sit back and watch in awe of what we've done with this silly little Corvette, I just want to thank you guys for watching and supporting all of our crazy adventures in the Skullclops. Now it's time to rest so we can make 2024 our best year yet. Thanks for watching.